Hey everybody, the Bong is back. Welcome to part 45. Let's play Paper Mario The Thousand-Year Door, brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Okay, I'm gonna head back to the inn pub to see what this guy knows about Bobbery. Actually, not you. I don't want to talk to you. You say Bobbery won't go to sea, huh? Well, can't say that surprises me. The real question is, are you folks really sure you want Bobbery back on the water? Yes? Oh, is that it? No, I see. You want to mount an expedition to Keelhaul Key. Rough seas out there. Most sailors would meet their ends. Not old Bobbery, though. The fact of the matter is, Admiral Bobbery's tale is sad. Horribly sad, actually. You'll probably end up crying, but I'll tell it to you if you really want me to. Please do, I can take it. I've handled worse. In that case, get ready. Bobbery's tale of woe goes something like this. Bobbery was once married. Oh, this is so sad! I can't watch it anymore! This is so... Okay, move on. He had a wife of endearing beauty named Scarlet. The two of them were madly in love. The sort of love reserved for fairy tales. Now, Bobbery was a renowned sailor, for he was away from home for long periods. Scarlet never complained, though, and always waited faithfully for Bobbery's return. And Bobbery, his eye never drifted. He loved only Scarlet, truly and deeply. So they lived and found happiness where they could, and all was good for a time. But not all good things can last. It was a particularly icy winter when it happened. Scarlet fell ill. A virus? A passing cold? No one knew. But it soon turned serious. Bobbery, at sea on a long, lonely voyage, knew nothing of his bride's suffering. By the time he returned, Scarlet had succumbed. She was gone. Bobbery, of course, blamed himself. My loving wife perished because of me. If I were not at sea, I could have nursed her to health. I could have saved her. He was overcome with such thoughts. They tormented him always, haunting his sleep. He has never got out to sea since. Gee, what a downer! I guess that's a pretty good reason for hating the ocean. You all know his tale now. So tell me, do you still want to return to the sea? Well, yes, we have no choice. Very well, I understand. If you're that determined, then I'll give you this. An old letter? Why couldn't you just give that to him yourself? On her deathbed, Scarlet wrote Bobbery a final letter. You hold it in your hands. No, I hold the envelope in my hands. In the envelope is the letter. I don't know what's written inside, but I can tell you what she told me as she lay dying. If I should succumb to this plague, and if my love should blame himself for my death, then give this letter to him, so he may hear my voice and never know about our affair. I mean, it was her last request. But when I saw Bobbery in misery, trying to forget the pain as he mourned his wife, I just couldn't bring myself to present this letter to him. I've regretted it ever since. Please, take this letter and do the deed I was too cowardly to do. Take it to Bobbery. Listen, Podley, thanks a ton. We'll deliver this thing. You'll feel better, okay? Let's roll, Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah.
Probably going, Gonzalez? Who the hell is this Mexican guy that looks Italian? But in any case, now that we got the letter, we deliver it to Bobbery right now. I mean, hopefully the ink hasn't wore off. That would have been pretty bad. So why you give me a blank piece of paper for, huh? What? Oh, by Blamerton's beard. Not you again. No matter how many times you entreat me, my stance is firm. No way with you. Is it really? Pardon? A letter you say? For me? What? Scarlet? This is Scarlet's handwriting. Scarlet, my love.
My love, if you're reading this letter, then I am no longer by your side. Because fate has stepped between us, I decided to write you this letter. If you're reading this, I must have passed away while you were out to sea. I can only assume that you will blame yourself for it, my sweet Bobbery. Although my life was short, you gave me more than a lifetime's worth of joy. though you will mourn, I beg that you remember that time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you were one with me. Do not lose both your life's loves.
Time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you were one with me. Ah, 1,000 pardons. But may I have a moment alone, if you please? Okay, that was a moment. I was like, what? What do we do now? Yes, love. I was happy. My sweet, sweet Scarlet. I love you still. I heard that. Now then, you were looking for a navigator, I believe? Bound for Keelhaul Key?
Oh, yeah.
Humph! If you think an old sea bomb like me is what you need, then let's shove off!
Admiral Bobbery! Yes!
Alright, you're coming with us. The ship's in the harbor, I must inspect her before we leave. I shall meet you there. Hopefully you give it a paint job, because it still looks terrible. It really does. But... why?
Hi, Mario! How are you? I'm, good. No, very good. No, great! Lots of stuff has changed here. Oh, but not the elder being mad at my brother. That's still the same. I do wish you'd come back to play sometime. Are you really busy? Are you going someplace far away? Like a place nobody's ever been? Wow, that'd be fun! I'm jealous! Well, if you ever have time to come back here, come play with me, okay? You have to promise!
From Petuni. And of course showing off that mystic egg if you never knew to get one before. But we've already done that a couple times, mostly off camera, just for recipes, but now we're in a pretty good shape. So, let's head for the ship! Actually, I'd rather save first. And let us move on. Oh, still the same color. Ah, the smell of the sea! I've forgotten how sweet a scent it can be. It seems mostly salty to me. I knew you would get Bobbery on board, you wonderful mustache man, you! To you, I must say ahoy! I was wise to choose you as captain. Ahoy to me as well! My men have already loaded our cargo and supplies. Yes! Preparations are complete. If you have no errands, we can depart at once. What do you say? Shall we set sail? There is, like, one more thing I can actually do in Lower Rogueport, so not yet. Now take care of what you must, you dragging anchor. The sea awaits us! It would be a good idea to get those little minor tales out of the way, because, well, it's some stuff I can actually do. Just to hear some new things, or things we already know, things like that. Do you still have the same crap? Yes, you do. I didn't really want to buy that Ultra Shroom anyway. I'd rather save my money for other things. So, let us move on. Of course, we have to go here. And listen to some tales, I guess. Or some hints about the game. That we have yet to hear. Obviously, it's over here in this spot. It's you. Something you want to ask of old Wonky, right? If you pay me 5 coins, I can tell you about Amazing Daisies. Sure. I've heard tales of an Amazing Daisy, a truly rare breed among daisies. They're worth oodles of star points, but they're timid and tend to run away fast. Still, I bet if you kept visiting the same area, you could meet one again. Takes forever, though. And that is that. How to save money. Did you notice that you can only carry up to 999 coins? Well, if you ever want to collect more, you should buy gold bars at the shop near here. And then store them at the shop, where you can convert them back to coins anytime. They may sell for slightly less than you buy them for, But it's better than losing all the coins you wouldn't be able to pick up, right? Well, somewhat. The mysterious troops. I've gotten word of a strange group skulking around Rogueport recently. They wear masks and weird costumes with an X on the front. Talk about kooky! And they're always huddled together mumbling about some treasure. I've even heard that they unearthed some shiny stone down here. Weird! Oh, must be the X-Nauts, obviously. Charmer? You know, there's a charmer named Merlee down here somewhere. If you get her to charm you, you'll get good stuff in battle. Not only that, but she's a total babe. Old Wonky would love to get a date with her. I'm serious. You have to check her out sometime. To think of it, I actually will do that before I start Chapter 5. Finding star pieces. You've heard of star pieces, of course. Yes, they're no less than pieces of actual stars that have fallen to Earth. They're so pretty and shiny that anyone who stumbles on one turns into a collector. If you want to find some, just check all the nooks of each area you visit. That's what I've been doing for some time. They always seem to be slightly hidden, know what I mean? Well, of course they'd be hidden, otherwise they wouldn't be so valuable. Ah, the Yoshi colors. Way down to the south of an island where lots of Yoshis live. Or is an island. And Yoshis are born from eggs, as everyone knows. But a Yoshi's color depends on its egg conditions right before hatching. So it's always a surprise to see what comes out, know what I mean? Your Yoshi has a rather nice color, by the way. I'm sure he'll grow up to be a fine Yoshi, yep. Even though he's named after a female, I know. The Legend of Rogueport. You've heard about the legendary treasure hidden beneath Rogueport, right? Apparently it's the vast fortune of that ancient, forgotten civilization. Most people think that's just a silly old myth now, of course, but not Wonky. According to my sources, it's the real deal. Huh? Who are my sources? Well, I can't really say it, can I? That, my friend, is what's called a trade secret. Trade what? You're just trading for money. Too bad you can't actually select the story you'd rather hear. There's a billboard in front of the shop in town with all kinds of stuff written on it. Well, some folks like to write graffiti on the back of the message board, you know? There's all kinds of good stuff there, especially for an info guy like old Wonky. You should give him a gander next time. I already did. Can I get my money back? Monsters' weaknesses. There's a lot of mean monsters in this world, but many have weaknesses. Everybody knows that fire monsters are weak against ice and vice versa. But flying monsters are weak against wind, and they tend to get dizzy easily. And sometimes machine and cloud monsters can be easier to freeze than most. I've even heard that it's very easy to put piranha plants to sleep. I'd say try some new things and see if you can find all monsters' weaknesses. Well, piranha plants falling asleep easily, that was something new. Lala's private life. You know Lala, the cute receptionist at the piano parlor? She never gets too personal from beyond those iron bars, because it's like business. But if you get in there and talk with her, she's a totally different person. You should get in there and see how good your game is, Mr. Popular. Let's see how that goes. The Mystic Bag. You know about the Pit of 100 Trials down here, right? Well, somewhere down there is an item called the Strange Sack. This thing is great. If you got it, you can hold up to 20 items. I already know that. You know what that means, my good friend? Easy adventuring. No adventure should be without one. Take it from old Wonky. But I already got one. You don't see it? What's hidden below? Old Wonky just got this juicy bit of info recently. You know that small hole down here that only a little critter can get through? Well, you just head out away from the wall there, and when you can't go any further, jump to get something good. If you see that hole, you should give it a try. Okay. Battle techniques. I hear the best way to fill your battle crowd is to succeed at action commands. Especially when you succeed at several in a row. Whoo! I hear that's great! Also, beating enemies quickly and striking first can build your crowd too. That might be good to remember. That's pretty obvious, actually. The big door. Well, you know, there's a really big door down here. I've only seen it once myself, but if there really is some legendary treasure down here, it's behind that door. Yeah, when I saw it, I got the feeling there was bad stuff going down in there. In fact, I've been too heebie-jeebie to get near that door ever since. The minstrel, obviously, I don't know about him. Somewhere here in Rogueport, there's a minstrel by the name of Grifty. He knows all the old legends of Rogueport, and he'll tell you interesting tales you've never heard before, I'm pretty sure. So if you find him, you should definitely listen to at least one. The Z button? Hey, old wonky just heard something kind of helpful. If you press Z while you're talking to someone, you go back to what they said last. I'm sure that could be handy in a pinch. No, it isn't. The incident? So I saw this really cute girl in a pink dress walking around town a while back. She was pretty enough to be a princess, I tell ya. She hung around town for a little while after buying something from that old lady. Then she got nabbed in a back alley by a bunch of suspicious guys in white suits. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who saw that, though. Old Wonky was scared. Well, I guess it's neither here nor there. People get kidnapped, whatever. Still, just knowing what's going on in the streets can be helpful sometimes. Horsetails? You've been to Pale Meadows, haven't you? Well, they have those blue and striped poles called candy pops all over, right? I heard that one of those will give you a horsetail if you hit it 10 times. You should go try that out sometime. Not really, and I think that's all the stories I'd rather hear. I mean, just hanging around here for like several minutes can be very boring. So what I'm gonna do is go see Merlee and get a curse. Well, the good kind of curse, obviously. I mean, she still owes me for that trouble a while back. So obviously we gotta go through here, through the pipe, into the house. There we go. I think that's the last thing I'm gonna do in this video. In the next part, I'll actually go through the ship and begin Chapter 5. Just getting the odds and ends taken care of. Yes. I'd rather go with the special path. I spent a lot of money, but in Chapter 5, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be making plenty of it back. Oh great, I'm trapped in a box. Is this per regulations or something? Because I didn't feel any air holes in here. My mystic power can make you smile. In battle, you'll win with style. Even if nasty foes arrive, you'll be fine so my fortune will thrive. Okay, come again. See you soon. See you then. Goodbye. Well, obviously the special course will just make it last longer. And depending on what happens in one turn, you can have boosted attack, boosted defense, extra money, or extra star points. Whatever happens could come at the best possible time, or at the worst possible time. Like when you're just about to overkill an enemy, oh, I'm gonna boost your attack now! Thanks, Merlee! Alright, so I'm gonna stop the video here, and in the next episode, we set sail. See ya, everybody.